your governor, I promise you, whatever challenges come our way, I will always lead the California way.
You are literally insane.
I say that's the California way.
You guys are really awesome. Thank you so much.
Based on compassion.
I mean, if we're going to be realistic, they pay you to be homeless here.
Common sense. Clean and sober is one of the biggest damn mistakes this country's ever made. We all need to self-medicate periodically. Telling the truth. Telling the truth. Treasuring our diversity. Telling the truth.
Quick political single topic rant here for you about the new one rolling out of Conservative Inc. and the hopeful far left that the lizard carcass in chief, old Joe Biddens, won't be the Stewart nominee come 2024, and that he'll be replaced with Dracula himself, old California Governor Gavin Newsom, right? This guy is personally responsible for some of the most restrictive, destructive, ruled by executive fiat policies in the country, right? From the sanctuary status to making the citizenry pay for the health insurance and education of illegals, to the fact that they almost encourage drug use at this point. Where if you're not stepping over junkies, you got to use your rolled out app to avoid stepping in human shit. And this guy, we also know about the C-1984 incident, where he's a tyrannical hypocrite, some of the worst lockdown policies in the country, while he partied it up at his posh restaurant, the French Laundry, raising funds to avoid a recall, right? This guy's a real piece in the intro there. You got to see him roll on when asked about why parents shouldn't be aware of their children being mentally and physically mutilated. Of course, he changed the subject to fear tactic, the sky's fallen. I mean, stereotypical Democrat, but just done in an eloquent way, right? This guy has reigned over, just like, the Democrat Party with the country as a whole at this point has ruled over, destruction and chaos. California, when he took over, being the 5th largest economy on the planet, reduced to the 7th, while still massive when you're speaking on, on a single state inside of a country, running double-digit billion-dollar deficits per year. It doesn't mean shit, right? Again, you're seeing that on a national level with $33 trillion in debt and inflationary repercussions across the board, right? It's, Bidenomics, man, on a smaller scale for a longer span, basically. Again, the credit rating being downgraded from AAA to AA, a mad exodus of businesses apparently losing upwards of 100,000 in the past 3 years, not to mention citizenry, to the point that there was a period of time when you couldn't get a U-Haul to get out because none were coming back in. You know what I'm saying? And again, a draconian answer to that. He attempted to try to tax people that moved out for the amount that you would have paid if you had stayed. You know what I mean? The highest taxes, highest gasoline prices because of those taxes. Recently signing another executive order adding an 11% tax to the purchase of ammo on top of the already ridiculous tax levels there. And claiming that it's for edumacation. Of course, it's always for the kids, but in reality, this guy's an anti-Second Amendment troll, and this is a punishment for the citizenry that he's supposed to represent, trying to exercise their God-given right to self-preservation. Again, this coupled with, the sanctuary status, basically overseeing the downgrade of one of the greatest states in the world at some point, right? And, it's sad to see, but, just like true Democrat fashion, he's going to double down and triple down, right? His answer to these woes? Well, of course, it's raise the minimum wage for fast food workers to at least $20 an hour, right? And, that's not a straight across the board statewide minimum wage raise. That still being one of the country's highest at like $15.50. But where does it leave those workers that are outside of the fast food game? Well, you'll get a 50-cent raise in the next year, that going up to 16, so there's that. But if you quit your job and go work at BK and fuck up a fucking burger, dude, you get a $5 an hour raise, man. So you're really doing it. It's incentive to be ultra productive. Obviously we know that these jobs are meant to be stepping stones for like high school kids, struggling artists or what have you, senior citizens that just want to hang out and talk and run a register, right? This isn't a career job. Now he wants them to be paid like they're EMTs or something. You know what I mean? You'd have to be a complete moron or ultra destructive to your own place there to even consider rolling out policies such, right? But you've heard him speak, very articulate, obviously not an idiot. That only leaves one option in my view. You know what I mean? And you'd hope that your fellow countrymen would have, the mental fortitude to realize that these policies that this guy concocts are, again, destructive as hell, and would know that this is the last thing America needs in our current economic situation, coupled with, old Biden's open border. But with the fact that you have a massive portion of the population that believes the like of the plagiarizing, lying sack of doo-doo Joe Biden's got an astounding 81 million votes, I seriously have my doubts. Right? You guys tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Truly appreciate the stop. Smell you later.
I was going to foot him.
Idiots.